Petty Podcast, and I'm your host, Mira.
And I'm also a host. I'm Mercedes.
How you want me to say it? You want me to introduce you too, or
no.
Okay.
Because it feels like it's your podcast.
I'm the singular host, and I'm like, that's why I was waiting for you to be like, and I'm your host, Sadie's. Okay. How you feeling today, Sadie's? Let's just get right into this wellness check. How you feeling?
You go first.
I'm
probably gonna cry with mine.
Oh no. Oh, we about to get tender and emotional on this lovely Sunday. Okay. No, but I'm just tired. I've been doing the whole go to bed at like 9 to 11 o'clock at night, wake up at 3-4 a.m. So yeah, I'm
There's
just
something
tired.
about 3 a.m. Like, isn't that the witching hour, 3 a.m.?
The witching hour. I've heard of that, but I don't know nothing about it.
Maybe it's like 2 a.m., something like that. What can I say? This past week has been extremely challenging. I mean, I think I told you this before. I told y'all, I should say, that I've been having like health issues with like my gallbladder and other things. And it's just been like I went to the emergency room like 2 weeks ago. I went to the emergency room again yesterday. I tried to schedule with the doctor, and the fastest he can see me is in May.
What?
And yeah, it's my insurance. I have like super cheap, ridiculous insurance, and I live in a country like America. So I'm not able to eat food. I haven't had anything to eat in about 2 or 3 days. And I tried to eat a lean cuisine yesterday because, like, with the gallbladder situation, you can't have sugar, you can't have fat. So I was like, a lean cuisine, it has 190 calories and 6 grams of fat. I should be fine if that's all I eat today. And I got halfway through it, and my chest started to hurt, my back started to hurt, my gallbladder was going crazy. I started to, not to be gross, but like projectile vomit all over my computer. I was laid on the ground of my home in a fetal position. Just the only word I can say is agony. And my first thought was like, I'm going to die right here, and no one's going to know for like so long. And so I was trying to, because I don't have a car, so I was like, can I call an Uber? But I remember the last time I tried to call an Uber to go to the emergency room, the fucking driver couldn't find the emergency room, so I never ended up going. Like, it was a whole thing. But I went to a doctor this past week, a Black woman doctor, and I told her all the problems I'm having. I'm having problems with like my bones. I'm having problems with my gallbladder. I'm having issues because I have PMDD. For those of y'all who don't know what that is, we should probably do like a topic of that one day, but it means like for like the whole week before your period, you're basically suicidal. And so I'm telling my doctor all of this stuff, and she could not care less. And I'm getting really, really concerned because I've lost 15 pounds in the last month and a half. And it's a situation where like I'm really scared because my grandmother, she passed away. No one knew that she was even sick. And when she did die, she had multiple forms of cancer, including bone cancer. So I'm really, really scared, and I'm really, really tired of spending thousands and thousands of dollars and going into medical debt for no one to give a fuck. So, and with me feeling bad, I haven't been able to stream. I have no income for the whole month of January. So it hasn't been a great week. This is why I wanted you to go first. But I'm happy to be here with you. I'm glad that like I didn't cancel because I wasn't feeling good, because I had like a mini attack today because I thought maybe because it was so bad yesterday and there's nothing in my stomach, maybe I could have something today. So I ate some bran cereal and 3 bites of a bagel, no butter, nothing in it, no cream cheese, and I still had a mini attack today. And but I'm happy to have this podcast as a distraction. And yeah, ready to talk about the mess.
I'm ready to talk about the mess too, but yes, hold on one second. Sadie, you sure you sure you could do this?
Yes, I really need something to do.
All right. If you at any interval you don't feel like it no more, or you need to stop and lay down, just let me know.
I will. Thank you.
Okay. All right, and I'm sorry. Jesus Christ, I'm sorry that our medical system is so fucking incompetent. So let's hop into the mess.
Mhm.
First thing on today's mess is apparently So, you know how we spoke last week about Megan Thee Stallion dropping that diss track? Everybody's losing their mind. People is responding to people upset. But the main person who responded for days is Nicki Minaj. Nicki
And she
Minaj,
wasn't even named. Yep.
yeah, Nicki Minaj spent like 3+ days just spiraling, and it was very it was very alarming to see, to say the least. But because of her spiraling and responding and having her diss track ready, apparently she had the bullet in the chamber ready to like
Hmm.
let off. Um, her barbs, her fan base is like losing it. They are doxing people. They are harassing people. They are going after anybody that has an opinion. They are going after anybody who,
Unhinged
unhinged
is a nice word. Yeah.
yeah, it's a nice way to put it, but they're literally going after anybody that has any type of negative opinion towards Nicki Minaj. And I will say it's always been like that, but like as of late it's gotten even worse, so much so that apparently they did it to one person, and she made it to like her local, they made it to their local Fox News to talk about it. And now it has reached, like, I want to say mainstream news, where they're actively discussing doxing, what it means, and they're educating the masses on what doxing is and what it means. And I think we're finally starting to see the repercussions of online behavior and how it'll affect you in real life, like when you get off the computer.
I will say,
It's
like, I
wild.
did see a couple of TikToks of different creators who had been doxxed, and they named. I don't know how they found out who was doxing them, but they had cited the first and last names of each person who was doxing them. Like apparently it was like a group chat situation where it was groups of people doxing creators, and they were like, "Guess what? Here's my lawyer. Like." You're going to be brought up on charges. And I guess they apologized or whatever. I saw this happen to at least two Black creators who had found out who it was quickly and called them out. What I
Hmm.
find disgusting is Nicki Minaj fans have always been disgusting. I'm not gonna say fans, her crazy, outlandish
Her
fans.
barbs, the
And
barbs.
she has never contained them, not once, from what I've seen.
No, and if anything, I think she enables it. And I think that that's very, very dangerous. And that is something that I also can say that I see parallels between celebrity entertainers and content creators when they have audiences that behave in such nasty ways online, and they enable it instead of checking it. And,
Mhm.
they don't check bad behavior. They reward their fans and supporters for bad behavior, which in turn continue, like, it encourages the bad behavior to continue.
It's just so gross and disgusting. And it's like, it's to the point where, like, if you can't even critique an artist that very much deserved to be critiqued, there's something wrong. Did you hear about what happened with Megan's mama's grave?
Yeah, apparently the Barb's were like threatening to go to the grave. They found the location of her grave site.
Child.
And I'm like, see, now this is how people get shot. What are y'all doing?
If you let
Like,
if you come to my mama's gravesite doing anything other than laying flowers, I am going to have you join her. You will be next. You will be the next plot over.
literally.
You will be known as the person who was buried next to Megan Thee Stallion's mama, because there's no way, there's no circumstance in life where you should be going to somebody's mama's grave and desecrating it.
That's some low ass
And
shit.
she got to hire security to watch it.
It's even to the point where like they speak about her on social media in codes. Like I picked up on it a few months ago. Like they be like, that
What?
lady this. Yes, they'll say
Oh
that
yeah, yeah, yeah,
lady.
yeah, yeah.
They'll specifically omit her name because they don't want to deal with that. Like people
Yep.
have been speaking in codes about this woman for years.
Not us having to use CIA code words to refer to Nicki Minaj. That's funny, but
Because we
also
don't
not
want to be
funny.
harassed. It's wild. It's some sick shit. It's wild. All because people don't want to be harassed. Let me move on to this next topic. Now, the next topic is, apparently I saw a video on social media this past week where Jacquees was in a rage-filled tirade. Apparently, he got some of his locks ripped out. He yelling, talking about Chris Brown is the GOAT and Trey Songz is a bitch and a rapist and all this other shit. And my only thing is, so you knew he was a rapist? So you knew, and it took for him to beat your ass for you to say it out loud. That's what you telling me.
That shows somebody's character. Every time somebody is friends or cool with somebody that is problematic or horrible, but all of a sudden once y'all fall out, that's when you can all of a sudden see how horrible they are. It just gives fake. It gives clout chasing, honestly. That you
I
would rather
agree.
have a friend that is, well known and famous content creators than
See now.
I'm just saying, I know a lot of people who will overlook really horrible
Bad
bad
behavior
behaviors.
because somebody got some. Don't get me started on that shit.
I mean,
Don't
don't
get me
destroy your
started on
gaming
that
setup
shit.
live on stream either. I mean, that anyway.
Oh, yeah,
Um,
don't get me started on that because people will put
oof.
up for whatever because somebody got a little bit of viewers. Um,
Yeah, they don't care. They don't care. They care about how many viewers you have, and if they make content with you, how
can
many
they get
viewers they
some
can
of those
get.
views?
Yeah.
And that is not how that works. But people got to learn, I guess. But
But yeah,
yeah,
his little Kanakalon braids was on the street. I
did
saw
you
the
just
pictures
call
he
his
posted.
fucking locks Kanekalon? Yo,
His Kanakalon fibers from the beauty supply was on the ground,
Kanakalons.
and he really posted that picture on Instagram, expecting, I guess, sympathy.
I don't know what he expected posting them little locks swinging in the breeze.
That's
You
like when
really
them
just
girl.
said
I
he's a
used to live in downtown Oakland. I remember every single day I would be walking to the bus stop, and every single day at a red light, I would see somebody's Kanakalon braids or their hairpiece or a track, and it would
ain't
just
shit.
it actually would like help me navigate to the bus stop. Be like, okay, well, there's a red track here. So that means don't go that direction. So there's a green one here. There's a green wig on this side of the street. So that means that's the like I would use it as a compass, a
There's
weave compass.
danger. Like there's danger in this direction. Don't go that way.
Have you ever been to Oakland?
No, I don't think so. I've
You
been
heard
to
about you know who
LA
Keith
and
Lee is,
shit.
right?
Yes.
You hear about his trip to Oakland
What
over Christmas
happened?
break? Oh my god, girl,
Oh
how did you miss
no.
that? Hold up, do
I
you follow Keith Lee on TikTok?
TikTok, no. I just see stuff that happens with him and when it makes it to like Twitter.
So two things have happened in the last 2 months. So he went to Oakland. I want to say it was early last month. He stayed there for maybe 3 African American days. Usually he goes to a city for a
American
week.
days.
And he was there and he said he couldn't buy nothing nowhere because everything was like, I can't remember if it was because it was closed or whatever, but he kept showing shots of like Oakland proper. And he was like, this is not a city for tourists, including myself. Oakland, they just focus on surviving. He said that he ate someplace and he went to anaphylactic shock because he's allergic to shellfish.
Allergic.
And he
And
told
he
them straight
told
up,
them.
he told them, and
I
they're
saw
like,
that.
yes, and all of that. And so people were talking about Oakland. And then he went to Dallas this month or this week. He went to this place called Edible Arrangements, I'm going to call it. I don't remember what it's called. He's been giving the small business owners and restaurant owners about $4,000. So he's like, here's
Ooh.
$2,000 for you. And then here's $1,000 for the young man who does barbershop cuts outside of your place that seems to be working with you. And here's $1,000 for the hair braider who's also outside your food truck who you've been working with. And then here's another $1,000, almost $1,000 for the next however many customers to get free food for the next couple of days. Right?
That's nice.
Very generous, right? 5 stacks, that easy. So she decides because the other two people are not her actual employees, she's going to hold on to all $4,000 of it. And also the part that really got, because that part didn't really bother me. I did not care about that. The part that I cared about was that she also pocketed the money that was supposed to go to the free food for the masses. They said that she only gave the food out to the first 3 customers. And then after that, she kept all the rest of the money and nobody else got free food.
Oh no.
That's the part that I was just like, that's disgusting. Her son been on TikTok talking about, well, Keith Lee didn't really tell us how to divvy it up. He told us that we could divvy it up the way we wanted to. And everybody's like, no, Keith Lee gave you the money, told you who to give it to, and told you that you could disperse it how you want, meaning PayPal, Cash App, whatever. So they didn't shut this lady business down. Ain't nobody going over there.
Greed can lead to the death of you if you're not careful. Because that don't make no damn sense.
For $4,000, she missed out on what could have been months and months.
1,000. That man
Keith Lee
changes
effect.
people's lives. Why would you do that?
But that also kind of reminds me of the TikTok UMG situation if we want to talk about greed.
Yeah, apparently UMG is taking down all of their artists off of TikTok, and I'm trying to see who was that blamed for that. Was it UMG being greedy?
So what I've heard is that UMG wasn't happy with how much money they were making from their artists being streamed or used for content on TikTok. They wanted more per play or whatever. And I
Mhm.
guess TikTok and UMG couldn't come into an agreement. So UMG was like, okay, fine. At the end of this month, we cutting all ties. You losing Taylor Swift, you losing Drake, you losing all these artists, like lots of artists that are really popular. And TikTok released a statement, something along the lines of how it's unfortunate that UMG would be basically selfish and greedy. And yeah.
Yeesh.
So you said that you had
'Cause
2 videos.
yeah, I was just about to say they already started the process. 2 of my TikToks have already been muted. I'm trying to see
As
how
well.
this how many K-pop songs it's gonna affect because I was gonna start, you know what I'm saying, weaving in some K-pop into my content. I know is Money Long is signed to UMG too, right?
Let me look up.
I've been singing her song and I think she's a part of that too. And it sucks because I think internally they tell them to utilize TikTok, utilize TikTok, utilize TikTok just for them to turn around and do that to their artists is kind of wild.
So some UMG artists that are now no longer available on TikTok: Taylor Swift, SZA, Drake, Billie Eilish, Kendrick Lamar, Bad Bunny, Ariana Grande, Adele,
And they still got them on
Justin
TikTok too,
Bieber,
which is crazy.
Post Malone. You know what? My prediction is it's gonna last for a couple of weeks. UMG gonna realize that their artists are not happy about this decision because I've seen a lot of TikToks, not from big artists, but smaller artists who are under this umbrella who are very unhappy with the fact that they can no longer have that discoverability through TikTok anymore. I don't know how much TikTok was not paying or if it was a large sum of money that they could have been making, but they gonna feel it.
They are. And people have already started to try to adjust. Like niggas is singing the Nicki Minaj song a cappella. Niggas is like, high heels on my tippies. Don't shake up on the. I'm like, oh no.
Those
And all I hear
have
is when
been
I ride the
clearing
dicky. I'm
me.
like, hello?
Yo, I saw someone doing a dance mix to fucking Blues Clues, and I was like, "This is
What?
too far. It's too much. It's too wide. It
Yo.
won't fit." I was like, "I can't do it."
Oh god.
I will say that is one good thing that has come out of it is all the people who are making TikToks to
How
like
creative people are getting to adjust.
nursery
Cause that's
rhymes.
I feel like after the music artists and the companies, the people who are content creators are also affected, probably like right after them, and just seeing
Hmm.
how everybody's kind of adjusting, and that's what this shit is all about, right? As the landscape changes, you have to adjust for the different things that come your way, because that is then it's just I guess it the good side of it is seeing the creative ways people find like figure out how to adjust to it. Cause oh my God, when I tell you I opened TikTok the other day, niggas was like, high heels on my tippies. Don't take and go. I was like, no. But this is great. But that's not great, unfortunately, for the artists. And I hope they can come to some sort of agreement and figure it out because it's a lot of greed. I don't know who's in the wrong here between UMG and TikTok, but it's a lot of greed, you know what I'm saying, with these companies, with these brands, these corporations.
Yep.
These people are making money hands over fist, billions of dollars off of people. And they're just being greedy with it. So I don't know. I'm hoping they can figure that shit out because a lot of artists are suffering. A lot of artists are going to suffer because of it. A lot of artists are, found their discovery, like were able to be discovered on TikTok, and it's gonna mess up a lot of artist discoverability on TikTok going forward if they don't decide to come to some type of like amicable agreement. If yeah, no, they gotta figure that shit out.
Have you
Um,
heard of Kat Janice?
who that?
Janice. So
Cat
one good
Jen.
thing that has come out of the UMG thing has been there's this mom. I don't know where she's from. I feel like she's probably British, but she came up with a song and she's dying of cancer.
Oh,
And so she made a TikTok and she's like, "Can you guys please play this song? Can you please use this song so all the money can go to my 7-year-old son?" Because she's in hospice right now. Like she's on her final days. And I have seen so many TikToks of people doing dances to it. People have actually just made TikToks of them sitting down and you see in text above their heads, "Play at least 5 seconds of this so she can get money for her son." And the song is actually really, 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 really good.
oh wow.
And so lots of people have been playing it on like Spotify, buying it on iTunes. I think it was actually like number 2 on iTunes. Yeah, she's on the Billboard Top 40 right now. An artist that I don't think a lot of people have heard of. And it's sad that like it had to take,
That
the end of her life
circumstance.
for this to happen. But also it's like it gave me like a little bit of hope and humanity that people would go out of their way to stream or use it in their content creation. And I know some of it is probably, it's hot right now and it's trending, but a big part of it is also people wanting to genuinely help out her son. And I think it's amazing. I highly encourage. It's Cat Janice, Janice. I think it's a beautiful song.
Okay, I'm gonna have to check it
Yeah.
out. I had no clue. I don't be on
Yeah, I'm on
TikTok
TikTok
enough.
all day, so
Yeah, I don't be on TikTok enough because I
I don't
look.
be on Twitter at all. Ever.
I be on Twitter too much. All I see is Sims arguments and Barb's and getting flamed and arguing. But yeah, what was the next? So next up on the list of topics that I was going to discuss today, apparently Ashanti's pregnant.
Right.
Yeah, they came out with what is it? They had a duet. They had an anniversary party, or what is it? 10th anniversary party. This past Friday, and she's very much pregnant. And I'm just like, okay, good for her. That's cool. I just happen to see that, and I see the belly, and I'm like, okay.
This is how little I trust Nelly. I think he's, you know what? Let me not be negative. I'm not going to say, I don't think there's a single chance. You know what? This is probably why I'm sick. I'm giving negative energy. I was about to say something like, oh no, I'm not going to say it. But I don't know. What decade was it that they was dating?
Maybe like
the
almost 20 years ago. Was that 20 years ago?
right. Is there any chance at
Almost
all that
15,
he
20?
wasn't cheating on her and that's why they broke up? That's got to be the reason why.
I actually don't know the details of what it was. It might have been that. It could have been differences, romantic differences. You know how one person want to have a child, one don't, or one person want to get married and
Well,
one
he's a
don't, kind of
rapper.
thing. They
When
just be
has a
having
rap
kids.
relationship ever not ended because of cheating
Jesus
or a
Christ.
bullet?
Not a bullet, goddamn. He probably did, but
If she is pregnant, because I saw the video, she was I don't know where they were, but she was performing. She was wearing like a big old t-shirt,
Mm-hmm.
and she looked like she could be because her entire life, Ashanti has been in shape. You hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Ashanti's like
No, I saw
40.
the outline of her belly, but
I mean, I'll feel
yeah,
horrible if she's not, and we're just like talking about a
yeah.
woman who has a perfectly natural, body. But if she is pregnant, and she wants to be pregnant, I'm so happy for her. I'm so happy for her. I'm so happy for her. And I'm happy the fact that she has enough money to take care of
Mm-hmm.
this kid solo if or when she needs to. Because nothing, Nelly, no. Actually, I think Ashanti's too good for Nelly, to be honest.
All I could do was just wish her the best, like having a munchkin. Having a munchkin is always a good thing. Well,
Also, the kid would be
it's a
like,
baby.
it would be like this rap royalty. Like, we don't have a lot of rap royalty kids. Like, we have,
No,
Beyonce and Jay-Z's kids. And is that it?
that might.
I mean, well,
be.
Beyonce's not a rapper. Well, neither is Ashanti.
Ain't she the
So,
best
yeah.
rapper?
Yeah, that's true.
When
That's true.
ain't she like the best female rapper?
I
was just talking about this a few weeks
I
ago.
forgot Beyonce is the best rapper
Niggas ain't
alive. I
fucking with
forgot.
Beyonce bars.
Yeah.
She was
Big
Body and Jay on the track.
I was actually watching a video of her earlier talking about Bow Down Bitches. That song, when she came out with that song, I felt it in my equilibrium. I felt it in my chakras. I was like, you better fucking
Nigga,
tell
not the
him.
chakra.
That song was and it was so different from anything she had come out with up until that point. She said, I know when you was a little girl, you dreamt of being in my world. Bow down, bitch. Like, that was a specific target. I loved it.
That's how I feel. That's how I felt when I heard what's it, My House. I was like, wait, what is this? Like, get the fuck up out my house. I was like, okay, I'm about to throw ass in the movie theater. I was like,
So
I'm glad I
good.
came to see this.
I still
was
want to smell.
crying like a
I want that
bitch.
perfume. I want her perfume.
Did you see her movie?
No, I did not.
I cried like a motherfucker.
I'm gonna
You
watch
gotta
it when it comes
cry.
to streaming, though. Whenever that
Okay.
happens.
I was in the movie theater boo-hooing with a big ass winter coat on. Like, ooh.
I was gonna
I
go,
was like,
but
hope nobody see me.
I actually bought tickets for the midnight showing at
Oh,
the
wow.
IMAX for me and someone else, but I didn't want to spend time with that other person, so I canceled it and got a refund.
Damn.
But I'll watch it
like,
whenever it
that's
comes
true.
to Peacock or Amazon or whatever.
And when it hits Prime or wherever it's gonna go. Yeah, no, it was
Probably will
really
go to
good.
Prime.
It was nice. It was motivating. It was tear jerking. I was like, okay, whatever she planned on doing with this or intended on doing, she did it. Cause you got me. I don't cry during no damn movie. I was ooh. Next up in topics, we have apparently Wendy Williams has come out with I think a 2-day documentary that has been following what's going on with her in her life. I actually just recently watched the trailer and it makes me very sad and I hope that she's okay. Because I had no idea that she was going through all of this. I know I've heard things in the past about her, her husband being no good and, the bullshit that he did to her and stuff like that. And I've seen a lot of fucked up comments over the years about like, pretty much talking about her and what the nature of her job is and, how she dishes gossip and things like that. But
Mhm.
nobody deserves no shit like this. Nobody
No.
deserves to deal with anything that she's dealing with. One of the things that stood out to me when I watched the trailer, I'm gonna watch it soon. But one of the things that stood out to me when I was listening to the trailer, I heard a voice say something about her being surrounded by too many yes men. And when I tell you how dangerous that is, when being surrounded by people who won't hold you accountable, because if we dial back to Nikki, I definitely feel like this is why Nikki is doing the shit that she's doing now. She doesn't have people in her camp to hold her accountable. She doesn't have y'all know that gif I posted or that gif I post on social media with Michelle Obama taking that phone from Barack Obama. You need people in your life that's going to do shit like that to you. Get the fuck off the internet. Get the fuck off the phone. Go
I feel
for a
like
walk.
Kanye probably also has that
Kanye
problem.
needs that. A lot of these celebrities and these people
Oh yeah, did you
need
see what
that.
happened? That's another topic, but Kanye has snatched that phone out of that reporter's hand earlier this
This is
week.
recent?
Yeah, I think she about to sue him for assault.
Oh my God.
She had asked him about his girlfriend, something along the lines of, why does your girlfriend have free will? Along those
It
lines.
don't
And
look like it.
it sure the fuck don't. The way he makes his girlfriends look like him, all this, it's gross. But yeah,
It's
he took the
weird.
phone and from her, and then I guess he yelled at her. I don't know if he threw the phone or whatever happened, but I remember it was on the blogs.
Wendy, I don't know exactly. Like I said, I don't know the details of what's going on with Wendy, but I'm seeing something about alcohol and, she's sick and things like that. And
She
I'm hearing,
definitely has an alcohol problem from what I saw in that trailer. But she
yeah,
also, like, I think it was Graves' disease is what
Graves'
she's been
disease.
suffering
Mm-hmm.
from, that makes, like, you can kind of see it in her eyes and stuff like that. I have the most, even though, like, obviously, like, Wendy is not the most universally liked woman
Mm-hmm.
for, valid or not valid reasons. I have so much empathy for her because it does seem like
Same.
she's going through it mentally and physically. And I think also one of the things she says that she's flat broke, that she has no money, which
Yeah, I
is
saw
crazy to
that.
think because she was making
Bank.
tens of millions of dollars and she was on top of the talk show, radio show
Yeah.
game. But I don't think she has the support of like her ex-husband. I don't think she has the support of her son. Even though he was in that trailer, I don't think he does shit for his mama, to be honest.
Jesus Christ.
But Wendy Williams also has the kind of mentality that she doesn't want help from anyone, that she doesn't want people to know her business, which is why I'm curious to know if this documentary has been approved by her,
Mm.
or because I watched the Wendy Williams story
Mm-hmm.
documentary that she put out for herself, and I thought it was good, but it was definitely showing her in a favorable light. So to see this come out where she does look so vulnerable and so flawed, I would be interested to know like
Who
how
signed
this
off on
happened.
this? Did she
Yeah.
sign off on this for real? Yeah,
Because
because
she
I
had
did
a
look at the trailer and I was
conservatorship.
like, yeah, I just found that out today.
Yeah. So they've had control of her money for a couple of years now because they said that she's lost control of her mental facilities. So they put her under the same thing that Brittany was under. And I don't know if she ever got out of it or whatever, but I will say from the documentary it does look like she might have some issues going on up top.
And that's just, can we talk about Britney for a second? Because I didn't even
Mhm.
know anything about conservatorships until I found out about Britney Spears. Did it really happen that like she was in this conservatorship for years and because of the internet bringing attention to it, she was able to
Yeah.
eventually get out of it? Like we just going about our lives, nobody knew, and she somehow got it out to the masses or her fans picked up on it and was able to like get her out of that.
Yeah. I think it was the
That's
combination of
insane.
fan outrage. There was documentaries, there was news reports. Hashtag Free Britney was a whole
'Cause I
thing.
was
I
like,
don't
what
know
the hell are
how
they doing?
long.
I was like, free Britney, who locked her up? What's happening?
I don't know, but yeah, I've never heard her or anybody else say anything good about her daddy. And so her daddy made it happen. And he was in control of all of her finances. I
Jesus
still haven't read her
Christ.
book. Maybe one day I'll read her book. The idea of like getting older, especially because I do kind of relate to Wendy in that way, because she does seem like a person who's very isolated, even though she might have like employees and people around her. Like she does seem like a very insular, isolated person. And so to be going through the physical detriment that she's going through and the mental, and then also being alone and also possibly having no money, I just prayers for Wendy Williams. That's I feel bad. I hope she gets better.
Same, because that is a sad situation. And I did not. I know when I press play on that trailer, that is not what the fuck I expected to see at all. Jesus, the most I could do is just wish her well. It's a I feel like it's being wealthy sometimes can be just lonely. It seems like it can be lonely because you got people who they're not around you, even the people that your family, it's the people that they're supposed to love you unconditionally. Sometimes they're not always in your best interest either. And it's very isolating, it's very dangerous, it's very lonely to be wealthy like that and to have people around you with ill intentions or with their own motives and their own agendas. It's sad. I think that's the topics that I have.
All right. I guess we should move on to the letters.
Okay. What we got?
So, you guys, just to let you guys know, if you guys want to write in, give us any feedback, if you want to ask us for any advice, your man's cheating on you, your family's getting on your nerves, even if you just want to ask me and Mira a question, we would love to get your feedback. If you could write to theprettypod@gmail.com. That's the pretty PETTYPOD@gmail.com. We love to hear from you. But starting off this week, I'm going to read a letter that we received a few days ago from Sharice. I'm going to use your real name since this is a nice letter. She says, "Hey, Sadies and Mira, how y'all doing?" I'm not gonna say it like Wendy, but I kind of said it like Wendy.
Yes, it's natural.
How you doing?
How you doing?
She says, "Mira, I was a fan of yours from playing Sims. I first saw your content online about 5 years ago, Black Girl Summers Unite. When I saw y'all post on social media that you had a podcast, I was like, hell yeah. I logged into Spotify expeditiously." She goes on to say that she loves the title and the theme song. But she writes, "Y'all are so necessary. You spoke on so many topics that I relate to on so many levels." She says, "My spirit feels good. I laughed. I nodded in agreement. I yelled yeses. I felt seen and understood. I felt like I was chilling with my girls or my cousins." She says, "We had the same sex conversation. I grew up in a Black Jamaican Pentecostal single mother home in Massachusetts. I was not allowed to do anything ever and was constantly in punishment for everything. The fear and shame tactics were real. I wasn't allowed to choose my own clothes or hairstyles, couldn't choose my own hobbies or anything. Even my accent was controlled by my mother. It was constantly a fight. My mother was definitely my first and biggest bully. I am finally free from her." And there's some more personal details that I don't feel comfortable sharing of your business. But then she says, "Thank y'all for your stories. Thank y'all for stating your truth about how Black women and girls are mistreated. Thanks for speaking out about racism, homophobia, misogynoir in Hollywood and Black Hollywood. Anyways, I love y'all. Sincerely, Sharice." Sharice, thank you so much.
Thank you.
For being a fan of Mira and of the podcast. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to write that letter to us.
It's very appreciated.
So first question I have here. All right. Are you okay? I have a messy one and I have a more serious one. Which
Give
one
me
would
the
you
messy one first.
Okay. My boyfriend and I have been together over 6 months now. And my best friend hasn't been the most supportive of our relationship during this time. Throughout, she has made it very clear to me that she hates him and has made many other rude, unwarranted comments about his appearance.
Oh.
She recently told me that after him and I publicly posted photos stating that we were together, that she was enraged and disgusted.
Hello?
She said the entire night she was raging, but that she was also coincidentally extremely horny.
Nigga, what? No, she want to fuck her.
I haven't even gotten to the messy part. It got to the point where she says she was masturbating while thinking of him and I having sex, for which she says she feels very guilty and apparently repulsed as she hates him. Later on in the face you're giving me, later on in the conversation, she asks what positions we've tried and how big his dick is. I can't help but feel really disgusted and disrespected. She's been my friend for years and never been in a relationship, but I feel like this crosses a line. I don't know how to approach the friendship from here on out. Please help.
I wish I had a
Here.
blunt right now, and I don't even smoke blunts. What the fuck is that?
Quote unquote, hates him, thinks he's disgusting, but she masturbates to the idea of them having sex. What advice would you give her on how to handle this, Mira?
Cut that bitch off. I don't know. I know some people will probably just fuck the friend, but I think it's fuck the friend. Don't fuck the friend, but fuck that friend. Like, don't fuck her, but get rid of her, because that shit is weird. Because why is you titillated about what I got going? Don't be telling me that you titillated about what we got going on. I don't like that shit. As somebody who, yes, I'm in a relationship now, but there was a point where like I was single for a few years, and like there's times where I felt like couples was plotting on me and shit. Like that's like the
Ooh,
opposite of like, yeah, you be
they
all
wanted to bring you in as a unicorn?
yeah, and you be like, oh, they complimenting you and shit, and it's like, oh no, y'all try to fuck. Get out my
I want to be
face.
propositioned for a threesome.
I don't want no. I
I don't want to have one, but I want to be propositioned. I want to be desired.
I take it for the compliment that it is, but I'm like, no, thank you. I'll go over there. You will not have me as your little side dish in your bedroom tonight. Your little extras just sprinkling me on the dick like parsley. No.
I just
But
don't understand why she wouldn't keep that shit to herself.
why would you say that shit out loud? She said, how big? Why is she asking about
Dick size, the sex positions that she has. First of
shit?
all, that's not your friend.
She probably want him. How long? How long you said they was friends?
She said that they've been friends for
Who came first, sword or man? No pun intended.
the friend is longer.
She might have just wanted her.
It's her best
And
friend.
yeah, she might have wanted her. And then he came in and was like, oh, I want both of y'all.
But before you even mentioned the whole masturbating dick size situation, I concluded that she wasn't your friend. It doesn't, I mean, you haven't mentioned
She trying to fuck
anything
something.
in this about him being abusive or being a deadbeat or being a
Nothing
bad boyfriend
negative.
to you. So it sounds like your friend only likes him or dislikes him because of the way he looks, maybe, or because she personally doesn't like him. And that's the reason why she
Sound
hasn't
like
been
it's
supportive.
I don't like
And
you because I can't
because
have you.
yeah, it doesn't sound like your friend was being a good friend to you. I have been in a situation personally. I don't know if you have, Mir, where like a friend or a best friend of mine has been in a relationship with somebody who I thought wasn't good for them, but it had nothing to do
Oh,
with
of
the way that
course.
they look or anything like that. But I wasn't a hater their whole relationship. I feel like that's another level of her being someone who hasn't really been in your corner. If she went out of this way to make you feel bad about your relationship, adding on top of the fact that she's trying to plot on your man,
Plotting on the peen. Sick pup.
are you gonna let her fuck your man? That's the question, I guess. I don't know. I would cut her off. I wouldn't be friends with her no more.
That's why I said it's fuck that friend. Don't fuck that friend.
I will say don't tell your boyfriend. Because if there's one thing I know, you tell your
Oh,
boyfriend that your best friend has been asking about his dick size, she gonna find out in person real quick. That's what I know. So don't tell your man. And block your friend from all your boyfriend's social media. Because once you start being friends with a woman, all bets are off. Somebody that you thought was your best friend who knew your deepest, darkest secrets, saw
they will
you
stoop
cry, was being there,
low.
they will stoop low.
You go low, they go to hell.
That could be a whole topic. How
That
people
ass.
treat you when you're not friends no more. But I hope that that helped you in some way. Okay, next one.
I wish I had
So
my glasses. I'd go like this.
we'll call this guy Reggie. So Reggie says, I've been in a relationship for about 8 years. I really love her and we have a great relationship. She is a great and caring partner. There are no problems in that part. For the past 3 years, she has been gradually gaining more and more weight.
Of course, it's a
To
guy.
to put in context, she was about 120 pounds when we started dating. And in the past 3 years, she's gotten up to 190 pounds. I know why it's happening. She is stressed with college and both stress eating and not exercising anymore. She has noticed I am no longer interested in her that way. I very rarely initiate intimacy and I have not been enjoying it. She asked me if it was because of her weight gain and I brushed it off, but she can tell it is. I have tried a few things. I have changed the kind of foods I cook for us. We started exercising together. But whenever she puts some effort into making a change, it lasts about a month before she goes back to her old habits. I know it's petty, but I feel like I should be attracted to my girlfriend. The problem is I am losing hope on it getting better, and I'm seriously considering ending the relationship because of it. Is that something I should consider? Am I just being petty? Is there anything else I can try? Signed, Reggie.
First of all, he's a piece of shit. Second of all, go get a gym rat. You ain't got to worry about that with a gym rat. And if anything, I feel like weight gain, especially with women have so many different shit, so much different shit going on with our hormones that men don't have to deal with. Menstrual cycles, childbirth, stress, all types of things. Weight sits on us differently. A woman and a man can set a goal to lose weight, and what they would have to do to lose the same amount of weight in the same amount of time could look two different ways. All a man got to do, he might could just say, I'm not going to eat meat for a month. She got to stop eating meat, work out 5 times a week, and do all this extra shit just to receive like a fraction of the results he gets. I think one of the most prominent or the most commonplace things I see is like my pops. Whenever my dad is like, I want to, lose some weight, he'll just stop eating meat for like 2 months and you could visibly see like a size difference. I'm like, it's crazy. He doesn't work out or no shit like that anymore. He used to work out in his younger years, but like he just literally stops eating meat and you can see him shrink in real time damn near. Women, whole nother different animal. So nah, dude is a piece of shit. And if you want a motherfucker that's skinny and it's all about, there's so many gym rats out there, go get with one. But like, it's just, I don't know. It's just nasty to me how people are like, oh, you gained weight. I don't want to touch you. I don't want to fuck you. I don't want to be with you. It's like, I don't know. Part of why I kind of like, I want to lose weight for me, but I also am kind of like, that's the thing about being small. You don't know like who really fucks with you, because the moment you gain weight you really see who really fucks with you and who's really attracted to you. I'm like,
I heard that as somebody who has gained and lost and gained 80 pounds over my lifetime, I get it.
Yeah, I'm like, shit, I want to lose weight for me because I'm tired of struggling shopping and shit, but I'm like, that's the thing about being skinny. You fuck with me because you like me, or you fuck with me because I'm skinny?
So your feedback is he's a piece of shit.
He's a
break
piece
up
of
with
shit.
her and get a gym rat.
Yeah, piece of shit. Go get a gym rat.
So
and now see how she treats you if something happened to you and you happen to gain weight.
So what I will say is, I don't think it's fair to her to be with someone and spend her entire life. Y'all were together for 8 years with someone for the past 3 who doesn't want to have sex with her, who isn't attracted to her. It's not fair. I mean, honestly, your opinion and your feelings are valid, but I'm thinking of her in the situation. And I'm like, if I was in a relationship with somebody and I had to fight for affection, physical affection.
That's what I'm saying. She don't deserve that shit. He need to go by his business.
So what I would say is you don't have to tell her why, even though it sounds like she already knows why you don't want to have sex with her or why you're not attracted to her. I think it's perfectly valid. If you're with somebody and they have changed drastically in their physical appearance, and it sounds like she has, I think it's completely fair if you're not attracted to them anymore to end things. Physicality, attraction is a huge part of a relationship, even more so for men. Way more so for men. So if you're already having these feelings of not wanting to be with her and all she's done is gain weight, God forbid she gets sick and she really, really needs you. And then you really not going to be there for her. So my advice is the same as Mira's, break up with her, but I'm not going to say you're a piece of shit. I'm thinking like me personally, I probably would feel differently towards them physically as well. And I don't particularly consider myself a shallow person. It's just not something that I'm attracted to, just like I'm not attracted to short men or short people.
Oh my God. Not the short king slander.
Or fair-skinned people. Like, it's just not something like, like there are people who get in relationships and they bleach their skin. There are people who get in relationships and they gain weight. There are people who get in relationships and they all of a sudden, like maybe you fall in love with a curvy BBW and all of a sudden she gets the gastric sleeve and all of a sudden she's 120 pounds. So you're not attracted to that anymore. I think even though there's situations reversed, whatever your reason is, I don't even need to know the reason. If you're not attracted to her, if you don't want to fuck her, let her free. Let her go.
Let her go.
Let her go. And it sounds like you're sensitive to her feelings, even though you are kind of lying to her by not telling her the truth. But honestly, as a woman, I probably wouldn't want to hear the truth in this situation. I really probably wouldn't want to hear the truth in this situation. So I don't advocate for lying, but in the situation, I probably would lie.
Yeah.
Or you could just tell her in a soft way, like, hey, I'm just not feeling the physical spark with you anymore. You don't have to necessarily tell her it's because of the weight, but you definitely need to end things. You definitely do because 3 years is way, and y'all are in your 20s. I forgot to mention this. He's 28 and she's 25, and they've been together
Oh
for
my
8 years.
God.
So she has spent her
Oh, it's her
young
20s.
adult, yeah, some really important years where they should be dating
What?
other people anyway. So it's not like we're talking about like 40, 50-year-old people. Y'all are young. Don't be wasting time.
Yeah.
Y'all, you want to do one more?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll do one more. I'm gonna call this. It's another guy. I'm gonna call him Quinvanzane. Quinvanzane writes, "Hey, I'm a virgin, and my girlfriend has had one previous partner whom she was sexually active with. We've been together for 6 months and have been intimate, but with no sex. I guess that means foreplay,
Anal.
no penetration. I don't know. I assumed that you would count
It could be
anal.
anything from head to anal. You know how
Um,
people like to skirt around that shit. They do everything but vaginal and be like, we haven't had sex yet. It's still sex. Maybe they just making out. Who knows?
we We have talked about this before, and she says that after her ex, she wants to wait for marriage before having sex. While I'm okay with this, her reason for not having sex is because she sometimes felt she got used for sex by her ex, and I want to be supportive of her decision. I feel conflicted because, in a way, I feel like I'm not as valued compared to her ex. I am worried about bringing this up as I'm afraid of making her feel pressured to have sex with me, and I don't want that to be the case, but it's making me frustrated every time we get intimate once or twice a month, and I fear it's starting to show. I'm planning to bring this up again, but has anyone been in a similar situation and have advice on broaching this? We aren't religious. Okay, because that was what I was thinking. We aren't religious
Yeah.
and would be using protection in any event. We come from an Asian background, but a rather progressive upbringing. What should I do? So to recap, he's 27, she's 26.
Hmm.
She's had sex before. He hasn't had sex before. She felt like she was being used when she was having sex with her ex, and she doesn't want to do it again until she gets married. And he feels some type of way about it because he feels like she cared, I guess, more about her ex than him, and that's why she won't have sex. So what do you think, Miriam?
I don't think it's that. I think in recent years, a lot of women are taking their power back by in the form of celibacy. You know what I'm saying? Pussy is power, and she's just keeping her power to herself, taking her power back. I don't think it's nothing personal to him, but I know that's how men think. I probably wouldn't even have told him all that shit because that's how men think. Oh, she gave it to him. Why she won't give it to me? And it's like it's
Mm.
probably not even nothing to do with you. It's just what I experienced with him is something that I never want to experience again. And there's nothing to say that she won't experience those things or something won't happen after marriage once y'all begin to, you know what I'm saying, copulate or whatever. But she just wants to protect her peace, protect her punani, and she don't want to give it up right now. And I feel like you should just respect that. Like, especially if she not doing nothing, you know what I'm saying? She ain't doing nothing she ain't supposed to, and she's not cheating or, you know what I'm saying, violating your trust or anything like that. Get married. Wait till you get married.
I'm
Should
not
she have
really
one partner?
understanding.
Even if she had more than one partner, it doesn't matter. She don't want to do it.
That really should be the end of it. Like if she don't want to, she ain't doing it. But I'm not. I'm trying to understand like his point of view of how maybe it's because I'm not a man and I don't have a male
Mhm.
brain, but I don't understand how her not having sex with you and she did have sex with her ex
What does that have to do with anything?
equates to her valuing him more than you. She's currently with you. She's not with her ex. She literally told you that she felt used. Why would you then take that to mean that she doesn't have a valid reason to not have sex with you until you get married?
Mhm.
I think she is absolutely within her rights. I think if this is a really big problem for you because you said that you're going to bring it up again, honestly, the way I want to say check yourself before you wreck yourself, I feel like if I was with my man and he was like, "So about you not wanting to have sex until marriage, I'm not gonna respect that. I want to fuck you anyway." I cannot imagine that conversation going well. And even if she did give in, think about it this way: even if she did give in, you would just be like all the boys that women have met in their lives
Trying to
would
guilt them
pressure
out
them
of.
into sex or guilt them into sex. You don't want to be like that. And if y'all do get married, that's not how y'all want to start it off. Like, oh, we've been having sex because I guilted you into it. That's disgusting. Don't do that. Don't do that. She honestly, low key, probably does deserve better than you, but I feel that way about most heterosexual relationships with a man and a woman.
Damn.
But leave that woman alone. Leave that woman and her pussy alone.
Yeah.
Also, it's in your best interest to wait until marriage because I 100% guarantee your dick game is going to be whack at least the first month. So wait until she got a ring on her finger. She can't leave you. and then
Yeah.
have sex with
I have to get acclimated to the cock.
'Cause I promise you, I've
'Cause
never had sex with a virgin. Have you?
no, hell no. I don't even trust men that have an extensive sexual history to be able to please me half the time. You think I'm gonna fuck with a virgin and have to now I gotta teach you how to eat pussy and how to put this over there and do that? Nigga, there's men with hundreds and dozens of bodies that still can't fuck a girl properly.
I have
And
never
I'm gonna fuck a
understood why
virgin?
anybody
I
would
would never
wanna
go out
fuck
of
a
my way to have
virgin.
sex with no virgin.
Like, men, when they talk about virgins and, like, wanting someone with a low body count, it's like, wouldn't you want somebody
With
who
some
knows how to flip
experience
it and flap it
and
and
reverse
reverse
it.
it? Yeah.
Like, who
I
wanna
know
waste
I
time?
would
I
if you
feel
were
like,
like,
cause
say,
more often than not, a man gonna find a way to come regardless, even if she don't know what she doing. It's different for women. It's not as easy for women to achieve orgasm with men. So, you know what I'm saying? Her head could be mid. He gonna find a way to nut someplace. He gonna pick another hole and resume. He gonna find a way to get his
Shut
nut
the
off.
fuck up.
What?
Shut up. You
Am I
said that's a
wrong?
t-shirt. That's a fucking t-shirt. That's our
What did I
first merch
do?
idea. Pick a hole and resume. Oh my God.
Oh
Um,
no.
let me be clear. I don't think having like lots of sexual partners means that you're gonna have good sex. I
People
definitely don't feel
assume
like
that,
that's
and
true
that is not
with
the case,
men.
especially
I
with
think that's
men.
probably true for women a lot of times, to be honest, but I don't think that's true for men. But I
Sometimes
for damn
if
sure.
if the men are providing constructive feedback, because women be talking and they be talking, you know, say, "Oh, my throat goat," and then you see it and they can't suck no dick because then nobody tell them they can't suck no dick because these horny niggas just been enabling them. So women got to get the criticism too sometimes. Like, yeah, I'm
I
throat goat. Like, no, the fuck you not.
I don't think it's possible for men to be good at sex the first couple of times they've had it. I feel like y'all probably do shoot off really quickly, but yeah, I don't get the fascination. First of all, virginity is a social construct that doesn't fucking exist in the first place. Let me be clear about that.
Your hymen can break on a horse. Like, your hymen can break in regular everyday
Yeah.
activity.
And also,
You
if
don't
we're
even
if
gotta
we're
fuck
using the
nothing.
hymen as an indicator of virginity, how the fuck does that apply to men?
Yeah,
So, or male-bodied people, I should say.
it's a social construct. They only be applying to us.
This is my suggest for you, Quinn Vonzane. Get your girl a vibrator that's the same size as your penis, if they make them that size, no shade. And leave her the fuck alone until you have enough money or common sense to marry her. And that's my advice. Once again, you guys, please write to us. Again, questions, feedback, whatever, to the pretty petty pod at gmail.com. And we'll be right back with our go off. So now it's time for our go off segment. Mira, is there anything you want to go off on about this week?
I don't know. I think I'm gonna go off on YouTube. They're getting on my damn nerves. YouTube is getting on my nerves. As a creator, I do feel like they don't provide enough transparency for their advertising guidelines. And I do think it's annoying to not have people to talk to and just taking shots in the dark, trying to figure out what to do with the content, how to do the content, how to, you know what I'm saying? And it's a gamble. I do feel like they've improved it, but they piss me off. So I'm aggravated right now. I don't have much to go off on except for YouTube. Because I'm not explicitly angry at nothing right now.
I need to find a way to get whatever strain of ganja that you have that keeps you not angry. I need some of that in my life.
I just ran out. I just ran out yesterday. I'm so mad. I need some edibles.
God, I miss everything. This week I will go off on, I told you at the beginning of the podcast, I've been going through a rough time physically. So, and I don't have a car right now. So I really do rely on delivery services for food, or deliveries for medicine, so on and so forth. So I had ran out of Tylenol, extra Tylenol, which is the only pain medicine that I have access to. So I ordered from Amazon. I paid extra to have it overnighted so it would be at my house by 8 a.m. to have like these payments. And I had already felt some type of way. Like I had been looking at my cart for a while. I was like, do I really want to spend money on this? Because I had just placed my first Instacart order earlier that day, and it had been like $150, which is funny because I have all these avocados and blueberries and bananas and all this shit that I can't fucking eat. So it's all gonna go bad. So I'm very pissed off about the fact that I wasted money on that. So in the front of my house, I have a Ring doorbell. So I can see when anybody comes to my front door, and I get an alarm on my phone, records it, so on and so forth. I don't live in a good neighborhood. I don't live in a bad neighborhood either, but I don't live in a good neighborhood. And so they delivered it to not my front door where I can see it. They delivered it to the back of my garage. And my garage is like a shared garage situation. So like it's like a garage lane. So like if it gets delivered to my garage, not only will I see it, but like 10 other houses will see my package where they wouldn't be able to see it if it was on my front porch. And again, even if somebody did come and get the package, I'd be able to see them. So I woke up, I had been up all night, again, in pain, and I was finally able to go to sleep at around 4 o'clock in the morning. And I woke up at around 8 a.m. and it shows, hey, your package was delivered at 6:38 at the back of your garage. And it showed a picture of it. And I was like, okay. So I wallowed my ass downstairs, went to my garage, opened the door, no package. And like I checked with my neighbors, was like, did anybody get it on camera? Like, I've never actually had a package from Amazon ever stolen. I'm very fortunate in that way. But to have this particular one that I needed so badly go missing when I don't have a way to go to the store and pick it up. But whoever stole my package of pain meds and stuff that I needed to get through the day, I want to say, fuck you. Fuck your mother for having you. Fuck your father for coming in your mother to make you. I hope you break your leg. I hope you lose your job. I wish nothing but the worst things in life to happen to you. You're a despicable, disgusting person. Anybody who steals packages that don't belong to them are fucking scum.
Scum.
And you did all that for what? For pain meds? For shit that's clearing out my, like shit that I needed? Like it wasn't an iPhone, bitch. It wasn't a Cartier bracelet. It was nothing like that, but it was something that meant a lot to me, something that I needed, and something I still need to get replaced. So, fuck you gently with the chainsaw, and that's my go off for the week.
Rice on a cracker.
So again, you guys, no main topic this week. We're probably going to be back next week. With the topic, and we kind of switched it up this week. Mir kind of took care of the mess topics, and I took care of the questions. Thank you for doing that for me, Mir, because I did not feel up to it.
No,
and you did a great job.
Thank you, because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
You got anything you want to plug for the week? We have a YouTube now.
Yeah, go subscribe. We're going to be adding the RSS feed to it soon. So if you like to listen to podcasts on YouTube, you'll be able to listen to us directly from the YouTube app very, very soon. I say within about a week or so.
What's the address or the username for the YouTube? Do you know?
It should be Pretty Petty Pod, but let me triple check.
I'm sure like it'll be in the show notes.
It's Pretty Petty Podcast.
Pretty Petty Podcast on YouTube. And then we're on Spotify. I think we're on Apple Podcasts as well.
Mm-hmm.
If you're listening to this and you've enjoyed this episode or any of our previous episodes and you want us to continue, please take a moment to give us a review, preferably a 5-star review on whatever platform that you're listening to us on. It would really help us out. Man, fuck that. It would really help me out if we could get some advertisements on this podcast, so I can pay a bill. Anything you want to plug?
I just been on YouTube. I'm on YouTube. I'm on Twitch, X Mirror Mirror, everywhere. I've been working on my Sims content, and I've been over here on Lego Fortnite getting fucked up by the elements. So if y'all want to check that out and come have some fun and talk shit to me, talk shit with me, I will be on twitch.tv/X Mirror Mirror or YouTube/X Mirror Mirror. See you there.
We'll see y'all next week. Bye.
Take care.